Ty Gibbs using the windshield wiper before they get on the green out of turn 12. Tires already spinning. Green flags in the air. We're racing in Chicago. The field spreading out as they head into turn number 1, Bagman.
Everybody holding their breath off the end of the front straightaway. Ty Gibbs will beat the entire field to turn 1 in the lead. Remember, these drivers are on slick tires, they're not on the wet weather tires. Battle for third. Bowman, then the purple 48, wedging his way to the inside of Michael McDowell in a race for 4th.
They race onto Lakeshore Drive for the first time. Ty Gibbs, the black 54, leading the way as this race for the 4th spot continues. Battle for the lead as Tyler Reddick looks inside Ty Gibbs. They work through 4 for the first time. Here's the right-hander, turn 5. Everybody through cleanly as they hit Columbus Drive.
They exit turn number 5, work their way back onto Columbus Drive. Remember, turn 6 was the trouble corner last year in the wet. Let's see how everybody's about to fare out now as they begin to slowly decelerate, apply pressure to the brake, and ease into this corner. Everybody's gotten the memo so far. Nobody coming in hot. Nobody slamming into the tire barrier. 2 and 3 wide racing down the hill to turn 7.
They're coming to the wettest part of the racetrack, and it is still raining over here. This is narrow, it's technical. It is very difficult in the dry. You can see everybody kind of tiptoeing through here, taking their time, trying not to make a mistake. But right here, the 54 car of Ty Gibbs, this is where so many people had problems piled into these tire barriers last year. A pass right here, 16 of Alvin Van Gisbergen, moving McDowell out of the way.
You see the slipping and sliding. Coming to the green, we had Jones, Barry, Byron all hit pit road before even taking the green flag. We'll see again a lot of commitment, a lot of drivers staying on the racetrack as the 34 continues to search for rear grip down the front stretch.
Bubba Wallace with a wise decision. Bowman taking advantage of it.
Gibbs is the first one to get to the racing surface. He's out front. Reddick, then Larson. Van Gisbergen has now passed Larson for that 3rd spot.
It's starting to rain big time over here again at 11 over here at Congress Loop. Just when you think it's starting to dry, it starts raining again.
And Jeff, that's the farthest north portion of the track as we see the 34 on pit road. Kim.
Yeah, they elected to put wet weather tires on. At first, Michael said there was no concern. He was feeling out the track on the slicks. Now they feel like enough weather is coming in and the track is going to need wet weather tires.
Jeff, I agree with what you said a moment ago. I would not want to be a crew chief today, Steve. Here's the issue. The weather is coming, and a lot of crew chiefs, including Cliff Daniels, told Kyle Larson this a moment ago. We think it's about 7 to 10 minutes out.
They have to hope it starts pouring rain here pretty quick so they can get that advantage back, because they are going to get lapped, and it's going to put a lot of cars a lap down. That's very unusual on a road course. SVG with a big move on the inside of Gibbs.
The 16.
Christopher Bell trying to go with him.
Yep, now trying to drag race that 19 of Gibbs, 54 of Gibbs as they go on to the front stretch. Now they try to go around Ryan Preece in the 41, and it's Shane Van Gisbergen who's able to take the lead. Here comes Christopher Bell in the 20.
Christopher Bell out of nowhere now is going to challenge his teammate for second. Joey Logano blocking the way. Joey in that yellow and red 22. He's a lap car. All of these cars that are passing him are on the lead lap, led by Shane Van Gisbergen. Ty Gibbs and others out of 2.
The 16 works by the 66, which is traffic. Now the 20 of Bell attacking.
Field works out of turn number 2 and onto Lakeshore Drive. Still dry down here at the southernmost part of this circuit. Shane Van Gisbergen, the leader. Christopher Bell, though, keeping him honest. You get a look at him there out of the back of Van Gisbergen as Corey LaJoie is around over on the backside of the course.
Right now he is in turn number 5, facing the wrong way as Corey LaJoie gets turned around before he has an opportunity to make his way onto Columbus Drive.
Turn 4, very, very difficult, heavy braking. You heard Parker Kligerman talk about it in the pre-race, and he just by himself, low on rear grip, a little contact to the wall.
Around goes the 7, caution comes out.
Cliff Daniels just told Kyle Larson a moment ago, he said, what is here now will be here for a while. So eventually, Steve, they're going to pit at the end of this stage 1 as they take 1 lap to go here in stage 1. But it looks like it's going to be a wet weather race, at least for a while here in Chicago. And there's the radar to prove it.
So it's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen. He will win stage 1. It ends under caution because of the spin by the 7 of LaJoie.
They decide not to pull the tear off because that's the only layer of Rain-X they have on the windshield. Larson wanted to leave it, and the 5 team with a pretty quick stop. I believe Larson gained a couple of spots here going to those wet weather tires.
You see SVG lost 3, and we're gonna have a problem here. We've got a bottleneck coming off of pit road, a little bit of contact, and you see the 38 of Todd Gilliland. Christopher Bell in the 20 on the right. Back into the gas they go. And we're back to racing now on the wet tires and the wet streets of Chicago.
You see the sliding, but look at the cars disappearing in the distance with the spray. Grip and visibility a challenge.
Ty Gibbs immediately going to work in that green and black 54 to the inside of the orange and blue 71 of Zane Smith. Everybody just trying to funnel down into some degree of lack of chaos there in 1. Here they are in 2. The right-hander onto Lakeshore Drive. So far, so good.
We saw a race for second there. Zane Smith trying to fend off Christopher Bell, the red and black 20. Bubba Wallace around in front of the field. He was inside the top 5 as everybody tries to come around him, kind of in a blind spot there as they come around the corner onto Lakeshore Drive. Leaders continue to work their way back into turn number 4 and 5. But here's Bubba and Daniel Suarez stopped at the exit of 2. You'll see it here as they work down into turn number 2. Bubba on the outside in the 23, just contact there from Bowman. Baggy, they're headed to you.
Now here they come into turn 6. Here they come. Ty Gibbs tiptoeing his way. This is the battle for 3rd. Larson, Zane Smith. Oh, and Chase Briscoe. He'll nail the tire barrier in 6. He gets turned around, and he just shellacks that tire barrier. Nobody else collected, but a hard contact for Chase Briscoe, and he's able to drive away. But he gave that tire barrier one heck of a lick.
Hit right side. I think this car is really wrecked.
Junked?
Yeah, the right side of this has heavy, heavy damage. The absolute favorite coming in. So you're going to be on board right here, and you're going to see he's going to get hit from behind and straight into the barrier. Briscoe hits the 16 of Shane Van Gisbergen, and that was a big, big hit. I would be shocked if the 16 can continue.
It's not running.
And he's out.
He is out of the car. That's it.
That's it. So the favorite out of the race. There'll be no defense of the title. He won this race a year ago, Rick. And now disappointment after the win.
AMR safety crew down there to help SVG out. Green flag is back in the air. Ty Gibbs leading them down Columbus Drive into turn 1.
Here's Ty Gibbs. He'll take the reins. He'll scamper out in front by about a car length or 2. That's Christopher Bell in the 20. Kyle Larson in the 5. They're already side by side. Zane Smith kicks the back end wide right there. Everybody is safely through turn 1. Now the right-hander onto turn 2 at Lakeshore Drive.
Good racing there at the front of the field. Larson on Christopher Bell for the 2nd spot. Bell will get the better of that battle as everybody works down Lakeshore Drive here. Just looking for some clean racetrack to avoid the spray. They work through 3 and down into the right-hander. The treacherous turn 4.
Trouble turn 6. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Denny Hamlin get collected. Hamlin driver's side into the tire barrier. Stenhouse driver's side into the tire barrier. They got stacked up coming off the end of the back straightaway here. Hamlin rates his car. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. trying to do the same.
Oh, he locked the rear wheels up. Just not understanding the grip level. You could hear them bouncing up and down. That is just too much rear brake in these conditions, it sounded like to me. And then Ricky Stenhouse, the wrong place, wrong time. They were running 14th and 15th.
They'll go drivers right up against the wall, and then Christopher Bell will angle his car in. Larson, oh, Larson's in hot. Oh, he'll go windshield deep. Kyle Larson locks it down and slams into the tire barrier while racing for 2nd here in turn 6.
Very hard contact for Kyle Larson in turn 6. Caution has come out. He's trying to get unlocked from that tire barrier.
What exactly happens? You just see too far, lock up, and barely contact. Turns right, actually. Kyle Larson turns right to miss the 54 and takes a head-on shot. Turns right, or the car goes right, but almost misses the tire barriers all the way to the right. Makes contact with the concrete wall. You see the damage. Grazes the bumper of the 54. Look at that concrete barrier move.
working around this somewhat wet track now.
And coming to an intersection here as we put the clock in. Remember, it's now a timed race, 31 minutes and 30 seconds. When they see that mark, next time by will be the white, then the checker. So a couple laps after the clock. Coming 2-3 to go. The question now is, does anybody dare pit before the end of stage 2 under green to put slicks on? Earlier, it was about a 97-second lap time that seemed to make sense. They're at about 102 seconds, so still 5 seconds slower. No taker so far. I think it's just too wet to gamble, but maybe if you're in the back, maybe somebody with no track position will do something. There you go, the 3 comes. 33, the 9 of Chase Elliott. This is the move. You have to do something. Oh, the 8, this is like everybody follow to pit road.
And there's Christopher Bell. He's got his 4, and he's gone now as well. Bell, the leader of 14 laps so far today. Ty Gibbs, 17 laps. So those leading Toyotas are going to try to make it work from here.
And they're going to have to work gingerly around this racetrack now with these slicks. You see the 20 already. The back fishtailing behind it.
Yeah, because there's still 2 laps to go. 4.4 miles. Out there on ice, on slick tires, slipping and sliding. You see how much more grip the 10 car has.
Can he get by? This is the final lap, and Joey Hand looks like he's going to be able to outrun Bowman. Bowman tries to go to the inside, but Joey Hand is going to win stage 2. Alex Bowman finishing in second there for stage 2. Joey Hand, Bowman, Keselowski, Hocevar, Truex Jr. all on wet weather tires out in front of the field.
And Joey Hand with a great restart across the start-finish line. But here's Alex Bowman, who'll quickly catch him in turn number 1. They're hanging the left onto Balbo. Now, although about to hand the right onto Lakeshore Drive, Joey Hand still in command off turn 2.
And Truex had a look there on Carson Hocevar down into 1, stayed in line, but he's got a good run here off of turn number 2 as they work down Lakeshore Drive. That's the race for the 4th spot. Truex will go driver's right through turn 3, and here it is down into turn number 4. Hocevar heats way. Truex goes to P4 in the 19. Next on his list, Brad Keselowski in front of him in the 6 car.
Joey Hand's mirrors are filled with Alex Bowman. Here they come into turn number 1. Bowman again looking low. Hand will block the advance. He'll keep the lead out of 1, but Bowman now another opportunity to go to the inside. Will he do it? He's looking. Hand strong out of 2 and onto Lakeshore Drive.
This is where Bowman was good last time. He's closer this lap as they work down Lakeshore Drive through turn 3 on the right-hand side. Out the front of Alex Bowman's car, the Ally on board. Race for the lead. Down into the heavy braking turn 5. Bowman to the driver's right of Joey Hand. He goes by. Alex Bowman to the lead. Joey Hand tucks in line behind him. They race off 5 in reverse order, but nose to tail.
Alex Bowman in that purple number 48 takes the lead coming onto Columbus Drive, and he's going to lead Joey Hand by about 2 car lengths. On descent into 6. Hand is with him stride for stride. 2-car breakaway for the lead, while Hand now will lose a car length coming off that corner.
Yep, and Alex Bowman, we can see he had the best race car. Oh, the 4 in the wall again. This is turn 2. Multiple times he's been in the wall today. See if he can get backed out of there. They're going to try to keep it green as long as they can.
And the cautions come out.
Yeah, there's the caution
out now.
It's Bowman, Hand, Keselowski, Truex Jr., Hocevar, Stenhouse Jr., Gregson, Hemrick, and Bell back there in 9th.
Alex Bowman just trying to get out of Dodge right now, trying to get away from Joey Hand, and he'll do it in turn 1. Matter of fact, he'll walk away by about 3 car lengths. Everybody now, trouble in turn number 1. 1 car around, it's Chase Briscoe. Second time today, he has found the tire barrier. First time in turn 1, while the leaders head up Lakeshore Drive.
Got another one in the tires. Look like John Hunter Nemechek. He's able to escape. Christopher Bell has moved by Daniel Hemrick. He's into the 8th spot, so 1 car down as he tries to continue to pick him off as quick as he can. Race leader smoothly through 4 and 5. Bowman continues to lead over Joey Hand as Christopher Bell tries to move forward.
Christopher Bell is in 8th, and he's got to get to it. Time is running out. About 3.5 minutes to go.
Bowman continuing to leg it out over Joey Hand. Truex sideways, he gets into Bell. Hit by Hocevar. That may derail it for Bell. He continues on, but loses all that track position he had gained. Falls out of the top 10. That's a break for Bowman, but another heartbreaking race for Bell. He's got damage in the 20s. He works down turn number 3 and into 4, just trying to keep that car righted. You'll see a replay of it here. They work off a of turn 2. Truex sideways, maybe some contact from Stenhouse. It hooks Bell, heavy contact into the wall, and Hocevar a victim of that as well.
Now it's Gibbs that could be the one in position here.
Yeah, you see right there, just 2 wide, 2 rows. The 6 and 19 gets together. The 19 catches his teammate in the 20. This was off from, I believe, turn 12, the 42 with a big shot to the side of the car.
Alex Bowman's going to see the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Is there enough time? Reddick is the faster car. He is catching Alex Bowman.
And Tyler Reddick's sails are in the wind. He'll cut the left. He's got time to do it. Question is, does he have enough time? 1.7 seconds behind the race leader. Tyler Reddick trying to shut down the separation and trying to score the win today in Chicago.
That gap is shrinking. You can see it visually. Reddick is starting to close. Bowman has been strong down here through 3, 4, and 5, but it's drying out in turn 4. That plays to the advantage of that car, Tyler Reddick. Bowman through 4 out of 5. Here comes Tyler Reddick. He hits the wall. That may be all the gap Bowman needs. He's in the wall as they work to 6.
Tyler Reddick gave it all he had coming through turns 4 and 5. He's given up too many car lengths now to be a factor as Alex Bowman, for the final time through turn number 6, drives away. Tyler Reddick came so close, but he did regroup the car, but now he's 3.6 seconds behind.
Reddick had about 20 lap newer tires on his race car, running Bowman down and simply made a mistake. Got into the wall, and that's allowing Alex Bowman to drive away.
Alex Bowman making his way through Congress Plaza for the final time. He works through turn 10, now 11, up over the railroad tracks and into 12. Alex Bowman has never won on a road course, and now he is going to conquer the streets of Chicago. Alex Bowman has won at Chicago.
Hell yeah, buddy! That's what I'm talking about. Hell of a job, brother.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.